And welcome back
Ladies
to
and
the
gentlemen,
Wudder Boys podcast, quenching your thirst for quality sports content. I am your host, Nicholas Signoretta.
That guy.
It is Monday, September 14th, or Tuesday, September 15th.
This is why I should have done the intro.
He messes it up. I
I'm
swear
here,
to God, he
as
messes it
always,
up.
with my co-host, Bielski, Justin Ware, and Augie Davidson.
We're back.
I gotta say, that was slightly more enthusiastic.
It
That was
was.
a little bit better.
He's feeling the
I
pressure.
still-
You're coming for his job.
I
He's
know.
feeling the pressure.
I know, dude. I know. Guys, comment down below who you want doing the intros out of the four of us, or five of us. Maybe Colin does the intro. Hell,
Dude,
I'm down.
maybe we get Quinn. You never know.
Quinn. Yeah, there you go.
Where's he going to school?
Who cares?
I thought, actually, no, I think it's yours. Wow.
Luke,
Our sound manager. He's shitting on our sound manager.
Quinn's a beast. Quinn's a beast. Don't piss on my man.
All right.
Says what's
Luke.
up? What'd you say? Yeah.
I heard you had a question for us.
Questions with the boys?
Are we starting with question with the boys? Are we really?
We've been told this several times.
Yes.
Dude, I was
This
just
is
trying.
true.
I was trying to, like, God.
Oh, sorry.
Question
Yeah,
for the
oh my
boys.
God.
What is this? Is this? I think this is the third or fourth question with the boys that we've had.
I think it's just third.
So
the
you can
fourth.
kind of you can kind of
Fourth?
say, that this is kind of an extension off of the last question with the boys, where I told you who's your favorite athlete in the world, why. Today's question with the boys: if you can pick any athlete in the world, anyone, any sport, and ask him any question, who would it be, and what would the question be? We're gonna start with
Oh,
Sigs. I don't think
God.
we've started with Sigs yet.
This is some pressure. So any question to any athlete?
Any question to any athlete.
Okay.
This is a tough question.
It is.
I guess I would just
I mean,
ask.
I got my athlete in my question. So if you're not ready,
I would ask Matt Ryan why he didn't just start taking knees in the third quarter, because I think the Falcons statistically might have had a better chance to win that game that way.
that actually reminds me. If Sig, you wanna, you can keep with that if you want to, but you can be a coach as well. If there was a coaching decision. That
Oh,
was,
well,
you know,
then I guess,
questionable and you
yeah,
wanted to see
also,
what was
why
going
did
through their
Pete
head.
Carroll throw the ball at the 1 yard line? But
Yeah,
I felt like
there
that's
you go.
too low hanging fruit.
Yeah.
So I'll go with why did
But-
why did Matt Ryan not willingly take knees in the third quarter?
Justin, you look like you could potentially have something on your mind.
I want to talk to my buddy, my good friend Brett Brown. I want to talk to Brett. I just have a few questions to ask Brett about Sixers and his rotations, his offensive.
Well, you only get one
You only
question.
get one
so
question.
I'll ask
you only get one
I'll ask him to draw the offense for me, and then I'll do it too because I can do it. Just because
All right, I
I
still
just
haven't
want to
thought
see
of
him
one. So,
struggle. I just want to see him struggle.
all right.
You
Log.
what?
Hold on. I had it in my head and I literally just forgot it. Oh wait, I have it. I would ask Mike Krzyzewski if he is paid for players to come to Duke.
That's a rhetorical question.
Wow. Wow.
I wouldn't put it past Duke. I think they probably did.
I wouldn't put it
There
past-
was stuff out that said that he was paying for boys to go there.
Every
So-
college does this. Is what
True,
we
but
already know they paid Zion. This
Yeah,
isn't.
it's
is not
everyone
anything
does
new.
it.
all
but
right.
It's a matter
If you're
of who
saying
gets
this,
caught.
then I would ask Bonds how many drugs he did and when he started.
And the answer to that question would be yes.
Yeah, I
And
know.
yes.
But I want to know when he started.
Luke, are you asking Lance Armstrong when he started doping?
No, I was actually going to ask Primoz Roglic how he feels. I didn't feel like giving like a really a super serious question, question to an athlete. So I would probably ask Beast Mode, Marshawn Lynch, what his favorite flavor of Skittles is.
Actually,
man
I'll
loves
change
different
mine.
flavors.
He loves Skittles.
I'm
Diamond
changing
eats
mine.
Skittles.
I did
not know they
I'm
were
changing
different.
mine. Hold on. Retake real quick. I would ask
Retake, go
Lou
ahead.
Gehrig about his famous speech. His speech after he got diagnosed with ALS. I would ask how he came up with it and how that whole day went.
Sorry to take your sad note away, Augie, but our producer asked you'd ask O.J. Simpson if he actually.
I literally
Did-
in my head,
that's a
in
good
my
one.
head, I kid you not,
That's
I
a
kid you
good
not. In my head, I
one.
went, I would ask. I thought about it for a second. I'm like, would I ask OJ if he killed that bitch? I was like, I actually thought about it.
That's
shout
the
out
way
to
you
Collins.
have
I
to
did
phrase the
think-
question, though.
Hey, OJ. That would be so funny. Oh my
I would
god.
ask Tiger, how many girls? That's the
Ask
question.
who?
This
That's
question is
Just
quickly
Tiger.
devolved. Let's
Just ask
move on to the
Tiger.
Many.
Going to have to take our fun away. So
Football
this,
episode. Let's get
this
into
being
it.
the
Lots to
football
talk about.
episode
Football, and football.
with
Football,
you,
football, and football.
Yeah,
Uh,
football.
we will open this segment by talking about not big boy football, but little boy football, the NCAAF, college football. It was the first week of Power 5 play as the Big 12 and ACC kicked off their seasons, along with several other random teams from the Who Cares Conference USA and Sun Belt. So,
Dude, Sunbelt Conference
We're
is
from the
elite.
Sun Belt.
well, good segue, boys, because thank you. The Sun Belt, all jokes aside, was elite. After a pretty solid performance in Week 1, the Sun Belt's finest, Louisiana Lafayette, knocked off the only ranked team of the week in Iowa State, in Ames, Iowa. This was a pretty big upset,
Great game.
and they look good while doing it too.
Love the Cyclones.
And continuing with Sunbelt upsets over petty Big 12 teams. Big 12, not a great week. Sunbelt, great week. Arkansas State rolled into Manhattan, Kansas, and knocked off Kansas State in their home stadium too. So, great
Big
weeks
stuff.
if you like the
And
Sunbelt Conference.
and
All
obviously
four
so-
people in the world.
Some other
Congrats.
hot news that came out today, actually, with the Nebraska University president saying that the Big Ten will announce football today. We don't know if this is true or not, but it was just called on a hot mic, that the Big Ten
did
will
see
announce
something about
today, Tuesday the 15th, if they would have a football season in the fall. So we'll keep you up to date on that. But obviously, as of right now, we do not know.
I'll go get you back to that. I actually had a question. I'll come
Okay.
back to it.
Okay.
One of our viewers does want us to talk about Syracuse football, as they did get stopped by North Carolina.
Yes. Good
They,
transition.
Bad game from Syracuse there.
The
North
Orange.
Carolina, being one of the many ranked teams to play this week, they rolled in at number 18 initially. Were only leading 7-6 to end the fourth quarter, but they quickly turned on the Jets and swallowed Syracuse 31-6. Other ranked teams, we already mentioned Iowa State, they lost. Notre Dame casually smacked Duke, as anyone should do to Duke football. And the number one team in the country, Clemson, cleaned up Wake Forest. In the Big 12, the only two ranked teams to play were Texas, who took a steaming heap of
Okay, never mind.
59 points on UTEP, and Oklahoma, who shut out Missouri State 48-0.
Spencer
You
Rattler
took
looking
a
good for
field goal.
Oklahoma.
Yes.
Dude
The
was
freshman.
dotting it up.
UTEP made a field goal. You know, you gotta look on the bright side.
They got some
They
points
put,
on the board.
they put some points on the board.
Listen, better than none.
They're better than Missouri State.
No naked mile for UTEP.
Yeah, Missouri State. Nah, they're running.
Yep. But
Um,
sorry, on.
I missed another great upset. Coastal Carolina, for the second year in a row, walked into Lawrence, Kansas, and beat Kansas in football. They're a
Okay.
basketball
Okay.
school.
Yep.
Yeah.
Kansas.
Yeah.
Well, back to what you said. You mentioned the Big Ten, and
Yes.
the Big Ten plans to start about 2 weeks after the SEC starts, which is around mid-October, if they were to. That's what people project they're
Yeah.
going to play.
Mhm.
So that means they'd play 8 conference games and a conference
Yeah,
championship
I
game,
believe the
meaning
schedule it would play 8 games in a 9-week window with the league title set for the 19th of December.
yes,
That's
that'd be
what
the
I
same week
hear.
as the SEC.
So in
they would
theory,
play
they could compete for a spot
9
in the CFP.
Well, that's what I'm going to get to. They'd play
Yeah.
9 games compared
games.
to
8
the
games.
SEC, who's playing 11, the ACC, and Big 12 who play 12 games. And several of the other smaller conferences are playing double digits. Do you think a Big 10 team who only plays 9 games deserves a
games.
spot?
It's not even. They're not even saying 9
Well, no,
games.
no,
They're saying 8 games.
You take in the conference chip.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay.
Give them conference chip, so they play 9 games total.
If they go,
Ohio
if a team
State
goes
9-0.
Yeah, if it's gonna be anyone, it's gonna be Ohio State that's 9-0 with the conference championship. I think they should make it.
But are they more deserving than, let's just say, a Texas team with 1 loss who's played 12 games? An 11-1 Texas team who's more deserving?
An 11-1 Texas team that lost to who and when?
Oh, you assume Oklahoma.
Yeah, there's a lot of
just
factors
in
that
the
go into
I think
this.
Texas.
So all right, so if we go a Texas team that's an 11-1 that made the conference champ and lost in the conference champ or won the conference champ?
Yeah, let's say lost in the conference championship.
If they lost in the conference championship, I don't think so. If they win the conference championship but lose in the Red River, then I think it's okay.
But should you
I
punish
think
a
you're
team
not-
for playing more games? They played 3
Like,
more
it's
games.
hard to
than
say,
the
right?
Big 10 team.
Right, so you got a Big Ten team in Ohio State that's 9-0, winning the Big Ten championship.
Any
which is
Big Ten
big.
team, for who cares? It
What?
could be Northwestern for all I care. If a Big 10 team is 9-0,
Okay. If any Big Ten team is 9-0, okay, right? So you're figuring the SEC winner is going, right?
Yeah.
So one of LSU, Alabama, and Georgia is going. You figure probably one other of them make it because it's the SEC. Clemson will make it. That's 3.
Yeah.
Then you're taking either. Actually, no. It's only be one SEC team. I don't.
yeah, I think the
It's hard to
second
say.
SEC team
I don't
fights
think-
against this Big 10 team.
Yeah, the second SEC team will fight against the Big Ten winner and the second Big 12 team, unless Notre Dame comes out of nowhere in the ACC and makes the playoffs. That
They
would be
could
surprising.
Go undefeated. I don't think they.
Notre
or no, they
Dame,
do play
if Notre
Clemson
Dame
twice.
makes it to the ACC championship, they have a shot. If they win it, even if they're 1 loss to Clemson in the regular season, if they win the ACC chip, they're in, and Clemson's probably out.
Do you take a 2-loss Notre Dame team with both losses to number 1 Clemson over an undefeated Ohio State? They have 1 more win.
Yeah. At
It's
that
tough
point, I'm
because they
probably
just have
taking a
2
one. I'm
losses.
probably taking a 1-loss Texas or a 1-loss Oklahoma over a 2-loss Notre Dame. That's the thing. It's gonna be tight. It depends on who plays.
Throws a wrench into everything.
It does.
agree.
It does. But
I
I
like
think
There's
it
a
as-
lot of variables that go into
if there's
everything.
any chance of the Big Ten, if the Big Ten plays, the only way a Big Ten team gets into the playoffs is
Is undefeated.
if they're undefeated and they win the conference championship, and they got to smoke someone in the conference championship.
I don't think they had to smoke someone. They just had to.
No. I think if a Big Ten team's gonna make it, that means they win the Big Ten chip by at least 2 touchdowns. It's gonna be like a Penn State or an Ohio State smacking the other. I think that's the only way one of them makes the playoffs, but anything could happen.
All depends.
It all depends.
So I wanted to give you guys food for thought. And I guess that concludes college football.
Food for thought.
Big boy time.
Big boy. Shout out.
We covered Thursday night's game, Texans Chiefs. On to the Sunday games from last week. Boys, any games that intrigued you that you wanted to mention?
So many.
Okay.
Week 1.
This week was a disaster on so many levels.
It doesn't help. Listen. There were no preseason games, so it's hard. We can't really judge how well a team will do this year on a week 1 game that is, in essence, a warm-up game.
You could.
You could.
I don't like bringing.
could judge.
preseason
I mean-
into
You can
They
judge.
had
but it's not
practice,
like,
and in the preseason,
but it's
most of the
different.
time,
At least in
no one
preseason, it's game reps though. The starters are getting game reps against other starters for at least
for
a
like
quarter.
maybe a quarter.
Yeah, but that's more than they got than this year. Like in essence, this was their preseason game, except it was like 0 to 100, and instead of like
I
50,
guess.
60 to 100, like it was a huge jump, I think. But
Well, I don't know. I don't like saying that like the preseason is it's like the most important thing in the world because
it's
like
not.
it's not like they
It's
should be able to
depends.
just kind of go play football if they're professionals, but clearly some teams struggled going out there and just playing some football. Speaking of a team who struggled, let's start out in the AFC North with the Ravens and Browns.
Thank
Yeah,
God.
Browns got pooped on like Odell.
Yeah, Browns got pooped on like Odell.
Moving
Something.
on.
Not a good performance by Cleveland. And did anybody want to say that they expected anything out of Cleveland this year?
I
More
expected,
than
honestly,
more
I
than
expected
that.
them to win that game. Not gonna lie, I thought that they
I
were
didn't
going to
expect
come
them to
out right
win
where
the
they picked
game.
off 2 years ago. I thought they were going to come out with Baker Mayfield being as hot as he was 2 years ago when they had
tuck
Greg
ya,
Williams
baby,
at the
tuck
helm.
ya.
And I have to honestly say I was extremely disappointed with how Kevin Stefanski coached that game,
That was
how
poor.
Baker played, how
Odell played.
can't really how the defense. Odell, yeah, I can't really complain about the defense though because they are playing the Ravens, one of the best offensive teams in the league.
And they
So I
had
mean,
3
All right,
turnovers,
so
I think.
here's my quick question. I've been thinking about this a lot. Is my quick question hypothetical for the Browns? Let's say the Browns this season finish with a record of like 5 wins and miss the playoffs, or worse. Is it time to draft another quarterback and quit on Baker?
Yes.
I think so.
Hmm.
Yeah. I hate to
Yeah.
say it, but I mean, Kevin Stefanski's been the best coach that the Cleveland Browns
If
have
there
had
are
in
5,
decades.
wait, hold on. Let me.
Is Baker the
if-
problem there?
I think he might be. I think the defense obviously needs some work.
Let me
but
see.
I don't think you can keep
Oh
on
my
going
God.
around trying out new
Steve-
coaches. Like, it's
CBS
not-
already, yeah. Hold on. CBS already released a mock draft for this year, by the way. So,
I
will
can
look
tell you who number 1 is.
it's not. They're predicting the Bengals to take Penei Sewell at 1.
They think the Bengals are the worst team. That's
I think the
insulting.
Bengals are the worst team. So obviously Trevor
get
Lawrence,
that.
the first QB off the board. Let me find Justin Fields the next to Cleveland. Is any other QBs?
Trey
Hold on.
Lance probably the only other first rounder.
Yeah, Trey Lance
Yeah.
is there. But of those options, like to me, it's like I don't know if they go QB at like 5, 6 wins. If they go QB at 3 wins, and maybe you're getting Trevor Lawrence. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, like they have to be high in the draft to go get a QB. But
Like I don't think you
this
have to
Baker
force it
experiment.
with Justin Fields.
I don't like the Baker experiment. I think it's time to move on.
Give
I
it time.
think that he's been given weapons.
Yeah,
on
like
the offense.
yeah. Like
I think that
it's
he's been
week
given
1.
multiple-
It's
Week
week
1.
one. It's week
I'll
1.
give him until
No, I'm
you know,
saying that if
the trade
this season
figure
goes
out.
At the end
to
of
shit,
the year, it's like that's
Do you
when we got
blame last season on him?
What do you
No,
mean?
I
last
don't.
season, no.
You
I
can't-
don't blame
this
last
is his
season on him.
first season with a truly should be competent setting.
I'm saying that if this season goes to crap, then
I mean,
it's
it is
time
a
to
new
move on.
offensive coordinator, so
has-
they might.
Yeah.
It's probably gonna be more than 1
Good-
year that they give
He has
Baker.
good weapons.
And like you guys have said, there was no preseason. So
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
it takes 3 or 4 games for this offense to
Click,
for the
yeah,
cogs
like,
to
settle
keep
in.
on
It's
chugging,
gonna
but
take
I mean,
time.
yeah.
We'll
But
see what
as far as
happens.
what I saw, what's today? Tuesday, 2 days.
think
As far as what I saw 2 days ago, I saw a lot of last year, and
Uh,
I didn't like it.
yeah.
Okay.
Is seeing a lot of last
We'll see.
year on the more dominant side. We're gonna head out to Atlanta, where the Seahawks beat the Falcons. What was it? 38-25.
38-25.
Do not let the
Falcons put
score
up points.
confuse you. The Falcons scored a garbage time touchdown. They
Yeah, they
were
did. Yeah.
thoroughly
It was-
outclassed as predicted.
Seahawks look awesome. I'm just
This was
gonna say
good.
it.
Russ picked
Seahawks look good.
picked up right where he left off last season.
Absolutely.
Can't complain.
Still my pick for the NFC West.
I disagree.
That's
DK
fine.
Metcalf 4 catches, 100 yards, and a touchdown. Chris Carson catching 2
Went
touchdowns.
off. Oh my god.
He had a
Yeah,
good
look
week.
what happens when they have a running back who's not hurt.
And
I
Greg
know,
Olsen
right?
catching the
Exactly.
other.
Give him until week 3. He'll tear his ACL.
Yeah.
Where's
The news-
CJ Process if you need him?
The new signing, Jamal Adams, 8 tackles and a sack.
Mm-hmm.
Quandre Diggs picking off Matt Ryan. All in all, a very, very good day from the Seattle Seahawks.
Can't
Looking
complain if
like
you're a
there's
Seahawks
not
fan.
much more to say about that game than
Fire
absolute
Dan Quinn.
domination and fire
Yeah.
Dan Quinn.
Fire
Yeah.
Dan Quinn. That
So
Falcons team is dead.
On the
Pretty
Falcons,
fire.
side of the ball, Julio 9 receptions, 157. Calvin Ridley 9 for 130 for 2 touchdowns.
TG.
Todd Gurley rushing for his
Yes,
first
sir.
touchdown, the new signing, and Matt Ryan getting picked
Mhm.
off once. What were the garbage Julio yards? Did Julio have
It
garbage
was
yards?
it was all the Falcons just stat padded. There was nothing. They did nothing relevant with what they had. They would drive down the field. They missed a fourth goal at one point. They
classic
scored a
Falcons
touchdown
coach.
with 2 minutes left when they
Yeah.
were down. I forget how many. I guess
Just a bunch of
21.
garbage
Yeah,
time
no,
stuff.
they're
Yeah.
The Seahawks weren't
not a
trying at
fan.
that point.
I'm not a Falcons
asked,
fan. No.
They asked Jamal Adams, like, what is it like to have an offense or something? Like, what's it like being here? He's like, I'm not used to having an offense or something like that, or like
Bro,
Yeah,
Jamal
players
Adams,
around me.
Wait, what
Dog.
offense? Where was he previously? They didn't have an offense.
That would be a
Is that a
nice segue,
segue?
Nikki, as we move into another
Mhm.
game where he previously played, where the Jets were absolutely outclassed by the Buffalo Bills.
Hold on, can we roll back? Does anyone know, Colin? For while editing, put our predictions up, and like if we got it wrong, like throw like an idiot thing on our face.
You're
gonna
an
hate me for
idiot.
that. I know it, but it's worth it.
Oh, you don't have to do that.
Colin, you're definitely doing it.
Colin, I'll keep track of it.
Yes.
Start that next
Well,
week. We'll start that next week.
We'll get things going. But we're heading into Buffalo as 27-17 Bills versus Jets. I think that's another game where we don't let the score tell you exactly what happened. I think that game
It's
was
Bills-
worse than it looks.
Bills domination.
think that
Hey,
might have been a
hold
good
on. My guy Josh Adams getting on the score sheet. Let's go. 215. Shout out. Yes,
They
sir.
Oh yeah.
Shout out.
the Bills missed a couple of field goals too. This could have been worse. I think they missed at least 2 field goals.
Something. Sam
Yeah,
I mean,
Darnold,
that's fair.
21 for 35, 215 with a tutty and an interception. Frank Gore leading the rushing for the New York Jets, which is sad because that dude, I swear to God, is a million years old.
He's such
He's,
a
uh,
beast.
I
Le'Veon,
can't wait for him and his son to be in the
Third
NFL this season.
I
all-time
know, I
rushing
know.
yards. Third in all-time
Chasing
rushing
Emmett.
yards.
I'm scared. I'm
He
mildly
is
scared.
a tank.
Le'Veon, 6 carries for 14 yards. He's such a great running back. The only running back to score on the day for the Jets was Josh Adams.
You go over the Jets scoreline very much more. I might throw up because it's just all bad.
The only other relevant thing was Jamison Crowder had a nice day with 7 catches, 115 yards, and a touchdown. If we go over to the Bills
Moving
side,
on.
Josh
One
Allen,
man.
300 yards, 2 tutties. John
In the
Brown
air.
scoring.
2
John
tutties in
Brown
the air.
scoring. That guy's
John
fresh.
Brown, yeah, he caught a screen pass.
Okay, cool. Zach Moss also scoring, and Josh Allen rushing for their 3rd touchdown.
Did
And that's
you
about the end of that.
say? Did you say that Josh Adams from the Eagles from the 215 scored in that game?
Yeah, he did.
Moving on to another Philadelphia native, we're heading
sir.
into the Bears-Lions game.
Yes,
Where,
sir.
Hey, if you're a
native
Bears-
I mean,
DeAndre
Josh Adams was just suburbs bull. Like, don't let 215 fool you.
Okay,
Josh
fine,
Adams
but,
was just
like-
suburbs
Yeah.
bull.
Fine.
Shout out
yeah,
Warrington.
He's a suburbs
Warrington.
bull. He was a suburbs guy,
Let's
but you
go.
know, we're moving in another local player. DeAndre
surprising-
Swift.
A surprisingly,
DeAndre
Butterfingers.
Swift.
surprisingly a decent game.
DeAndre Swift, a big
I'm
story
sorry.
in that
No,
game. Hold
this-
on.
Did
Oh
the
my
Lions
God.
put a garbage tutty?
No, the Lions
No.
lost that
Did you
game on the
not-
DeAndre
Yeah,
Swift.
the
drop.
Lions should have won this game. I feel
Yes.
really bad for DeAndre Swift. If you're a Bears fan and if you're looking at this box score, you're gonna be really happy to see that Mitch Trubisky had 3 touchdowns in the 4th quarter, and then you realize the Bears played the Lions, and this is just an NFC North game that you just don't care about.
Yep,
Yeah, pretty much.
It
Mitch
It felt bad.
Trubisky looks good though.
was kind of
Against the
just a-
Lions,
okay.
Against the
no.
Lions. I'm
against
not
the
like
Lions.
He did absolutely nothing until the 4th quarter.
Yeah.
And it's as if they told him Nick Foles is starting next week because you're bad.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then
They
he
almost
decided he
should
should
have
beat the
lost
Lions.
the game.
Yes.
They should
Yeah,
have
he was
lost the
not
game.
impressive.
He
Yeah.
shouldn't have even beaten the Lions. DeAndre Swift had a ball go into his hands, and it's not like he dropped a pass. He just straight up dropped the ball after he had possession. Like I thought it was
Yeah.
a fumble when I first watched it.
Yeah,
I didn't
that
see
hurt
that.
to watch.
That's actually really unfortunate. I did not know that happens.
It hurt to watch.
Yeah,
A
it
rip in the
was
chat for my boy Dre Swift.
Mhm.
6 seconds left. They couldn't get another one in there, and they lost the game.
Wait, did he have like a quick? Was it gonna go for a tutty if he literally just?
Yeah.
He caught it in
No,
the
he
end
ho-
zone.
in the
It
end
was a
zone.
corner route.
Yeah.
Or no,
A wheel route.
Land?
Wheel- yes,
oh,
thank you.
wheel? Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
sad.
It was off
that-
the wheel. He came into the corner of the end zone, had the ball in his hands, took a 1 step, and
Did he get
as he was-
hit?
as he was
No,
securing
nobody
the
touched him.
ball, as he was securing the ball into his pocket, it just kind of fell out of his hands, and you just see him bobble it forward, and he just like tries to catch it,
Damn.
but he just couldn't get to it.
That's
Colin,
rough.
I don't want to leave you with a lot of work, but just insert like a 2-second clip of that happening, like right now on the screen. It was painful to watch. Just 2 seconds. That's all I asked, Colin.
Yeah.
I love
All
you.
right, moving on to the next NFC North game. Green Bay versus Minnesota. Now this
That
a
was a game.
shootout. A
That was
shootout.
a game. That was a game.
Minnesota
game.
pushing late.
I'm not impressed.
How are you not impressed? Aaron Rodgers threw for 360 and 4 touchdowns. Like what?
Angry. He's
I'm
angry.
not impressed with the Vikings. I didn't say they were going to win this game.
Are you ever impressed with the Vikings though? Like
They were
really
thoroughly unimpressive by putting up 34. And even
yeah.
the Packers, I'm still not sold on what they are to this
You don't
moment.
think?
After what happened last year, they were the flukiest 13-3 team I've ever watched.
Yeah, that's true.
So
That's
I need
true.
them to beat someone who's not the Vikings, Bears, or Lions, or just anyone. I need them to play San Fran soon. I need them to play Seattle. They don't play Seattle this year. Oh, good. They get the Eagles.
They play the Saints in 2 weeks.
Yeah, so they play the Saints. That's Saints and San Fran are their 2 big dates in their conference.
And the Bucks. And the Texans. They got some games this year. What do you mean?
Oh, yeah. The Texans. I already said they're garbage. Bill O'Brien.
They got the Titans late. Come on, the Green Bay has a schedule.
I don't think they're. I'm pessimistic at the moment.
Well,
Not buying.
we'll see what happens.
Hey, if you had
Ryan.
somebody, if
They
you
played
had
awesome.
if you had a fantasy starter on one of these teams, it most likely did pretty well.
Yes.
You had Aaron Jones. This game was a great fantasy football game.
That's true. On to a not so great fantasy football game. Well,
I'm
for
buying
most.
into the Patriots. If I'm not buying in the Packers, I'm buying in the Patriots. I love what they have. This
Oh
is
my
great.
God. Miami
This is the
Dolphins
style
winning
of
the
football I love.
Patriots 11-21. New England obviously picking up where they left off, smacking the Miami Dolphins.
This is not true. They literally lost
Okay,
to them.
hold on.
Except
hold
when
on.
they don't.
Don't let this
Yeah.
score
When they
fool you. This was a game until the fourth quarter. This game was not.
No,
that
it was-
bad.
it was
never
21-3.
out of hand.
It was 14-3.
It was 21-3 at the.
What?
It was 14-3 at the start of the fourth.
No.
Yes, it was.
What?
Yeah, it was.
14-3 at the start of the
It was
fourth.
14-3.
In shocking fashion, the Fitzpatrick Dolphins look terrible.
Fitzpatrick throwing
They
3
were
picks.
within a touchdown late in that game. I swear to God.
Yeah, but the
I s-
Patriots scored
the
21
Patriots
total
scored.
points. It's really hard not to be within a touchdown when they only have 14. It just requires you to have less than a touchdown, which the Dolphins
whatever.
somehow
Whatever.
had.
Trying
They
to
did, yeah.
pull
Most of
some
the game.
sort of silver lining.
Justin,
out of this loss.
as our resident Dolphins expert, like I said, with all the things that we've already talked about, no preseason, week 1. Are you calling for the head of Fitzpatrick? And do you want Tua in there, or do you want to ride it out?
I'm all in
Look.
for Tua.
I love Ryan Fitzpatrick with all of my heart, but
Oh, we know. Oh,
it
we know.
might be time to let the Tua show begin. Whether this season's a W, an L, or an N, and an N means you don't care.
NA.
It might be time.
If you got that reference, give this video a like.
Let's
That is
go.
a,
Let's
that's
go
a
over-
great
let's go over
reference.
You
to
get a
other
like, you get a
signing.
cookie.
Wait,
You get a like,
before
you get
you-
a cookie.
Cam Newton.
Cam Newton looking
might-
good.
I thought Cam
I
Newton.
didn't even
looked
get
good.
to make my point,
They
but
designed
the
it.
Tua show should begin. They
Yeah,
need to
that's
get
the
Tua
only
some
point.
reps.
That's
They
the
need to
only
get
point.
Tua reps.
Obviously, the new signing for the Pats, Cam Newton, throwing for 155, rushing for 2 touchdowns, and that was 2 of their 3. The other coming from Sony Michel. And
I
that's
like
end of
the Cam Newton designed rush offense. It works for them.
I mean, it's all they got,
Yeah,
really.
they look
Let's
good.
be
They look
honest.
different. It was fun to watch.
Bill
honestly,
gets the
instead of seeing
job done.
Tom Brady stand in the
I'm
pocket
buying
the
it.
entire time. We'll talk about that later.
What's up? Hey, fellas. Cameo.
What's going on?
Good cameo.
All right.
Obviously, he
Davidson
came down at a
time.
great. He came down at a great time because
Is it
we now
time?
get to talk
Is it
about the
time?
Washington football team and the Philadelphia Eagles.
Damn
I
right.
don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk
We're
about it.
going to talk about it. There's no getting away.
The
from it.
NFC East is the best division in football. Changed my mind.
Eagles, since
so-
winning their
Division
Super
is
Bowl,
so
have been
good.
mean. As a Cowboys fan, I don't like watching them. Not only because are they just an inferior team, just they look inferior, not compared to the Cowboys. Their general style of football, they are not a great team. They weren't a great team last year. They weren't a great team 2 years ago. I'm sure
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
with that.
I'm not a. I don't know. People blame it on injuries. I would say this
Well,
game was injuries.
okay,
I'll give you
hold
that.
on.
I'll give you this
Hold
game was
on.
injuries.
So
last year-
Siggs is our
Partly.
hold on. So Siggs is our Dallas expert, and he'll talk about that when we get there. How
But
about we
the
go
other
right
three
across the
Eagles-
row?
the
How about we
Eagles.
go right across the row? We'll start with Og, then Justin, then me. And we'll just say what we saw from this game and what can get
Now, let me just add up the hold on. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6 sacks for the Washington defense. So that was
thought it was
cool.
I
8.
thought it was
I
8.
thought
Was it
it was
8?
eight.
I saw.
They
I
got
was,
8
I was-
sacks for sure. Yeah.
Okay,
8 with
whatever.
3 turnovers.
Yeah. Was
Yeah.
it 3? 2 picks for
Oh, yeah.
Carson, who
Two,
fumbled,
And
two
a
picks from
fumble,
and
yeah.
he fumbled too.
and he fumbled. Fantastic. Obviously, the O line looked fantastic.
That's
Carson
sarcasm
really,
if you couldn't tell.
Carson really threw the ball well all day. Boston Scott had a great day as our starting running back.
So they got
This is all
injured.
sarcasm. It's all sarcasm.
And then Dallas Goddard actually looked good. So
That's
that was,
not
Yeah,
sarcasm.
that's true.
That's not
And
sarcastic.
actually,
He looks good.
Jalen Rieger's one catch was great, and if Carson could like throw the ball,
His
at
one-
all, he would have had a touchdown.
You say his one catch like he had plural catches.
He
Yeah,
should.
actually only had
Hold
one.
on, hold
He
on.
had one
He
sack.
only had one.
Should have
Hold on.
had.
He should have had a touchdown for 75 yards if Carson could throw the ball at all. Like, I hate to say it, but like we should have traded Carson a long
No,
time.
so hold on. I want to address that point. I want
sorry,
to address
but
that real quick.
I
I was
cut
going to save
Carson.
this for me. But earlier today, Jalen Rager talked to the media, and he said that Carson overthrowing him the first time was actually his fault. He was supposed to do a fade, and then he was supposed to cut back kind of to the right side of the field towards
Was that
the end of the
deep
route.
ball
And he
for a
ended up,
touchdown?
that
was
would
that
have been
that-
the deep ball for the touchdown. He said he rounded out his route, which caused the ball to go ahead of him instead of cutting more sharply. So according to Jalen Rager,
Carson-
that's on him. But
I don't buy it. I don't think Carson is that
I
good
don't
of a
know.
football
Well,
player.
time to
Like,
say what I saw.
at the end-
Hold on. I saw a hospital ward again this year. I saw no offensive line and no Miles Sanders, and our top receiver was Alshon Jeffrey. So I know Carson ate a lot of sacks on Sunday, and I'm not happy about that at all. I'm pissed. But I don't think this is entirely on him. I think Philly's placing too much blame on Carson for this game. He was under pressure the whole time, which is why his throws were off. The 8 sacks cannot be the quarterback's fault. I'm sorry.
I
Maybe
agree, but at the same
all
like
8 were not his
the other
fault.
part of the problem was the game plan, right? Carson was dropping straight back, and then he was getting literally eaten alive by Chase Young. Jason
Chase
Peters looked bad at left tackle. Like
Jason
actually
Peters
just
has always
bad.
looked bad at left tackle. I'm sorry.
No,
I'm
I'm
not a
Here's the
Jason
Hall of
Peters
Famer.
fan.
Hold on.
For
First
the
of all,
past couple
Jason Peters
years.
is a Hall of Famer. For the past few years, he's looked bad at left tackle. Yes,
Yeah,
he shouldn't be there.
that's fair.
But it didn't help that the rest of the O line also was just awful. Lane Johnson coming back will help, but not
No, it
enough.
won't.
It'll help.
It'll help.
It'll help, but it's
but
not going to
just
make
not-
a difference.
It's not an entire line. We need a line. So, I mean, I saw a bad offensive line, and I saw no
There were
running
some
back help.
there were bright spots in the receiving core when Carson actually hit his receivers, but
No, absolutely. When we were hitting our when Carson made the right looks and made the right passes, like especially in the first half, things looked fine. But when the offensive line fell apart and he was under pressure every single throw that he made, it's hard to win a football game that way. That's what the Miami.
but part of the game
problem
plan, he
was
was
last
dropping straight back and looked like thinking he had time. Like that's partially Doug Peterson's fault for game planning him poorly. Like
No,
it was
there is blame to go around to every single portion of this team. But, besides maybe like for once the secondary didn't look that bad.
They weren't playing
against Dwayne Haskins.
You're playing against Dwayne
So-
Haskins and Terry McLaurin. Like, come on, let's not go. The secondary didn't
Well,
look bad.
Look, you try and find the silver lining in every game
The
here.
silver lining was Dallas Goddard and Jalen Rager. That was the silver lining. Let's move on, please.
All right, fine. You
I
wanna
haven't
move on?
Raiders said
We'll
my
move
points
on.
yet. I haven't even
Okay, hold
talked yet. I haven't
Oh
even
my
All right,
said
all right,
anything.
fine,
This is
fine.
getting
Go, quick.
I'll keep it short. A lot of what I wanted to say, Justin said. I don't even think the majority of the blame should be put on Carson. If you're an Eagles fan and you saw the first half, of this game, you were like, "This is a new Philadelphia Eagles team that I haven't seen since the season where we won the Super Bowl because they actually scored points in the first half.
Yeah,
Six,
that was
what?
trash.
What?
No.
6? Tell me why I'm wrong, and I'll tell you why you're wrong. Go ahead.
The Eagles team I've watched for the 2 years. They opened the year by beating up on the Redskins, claiming they're a brand new team, but this time they couldn't even get that done. I blame it. I think
No,
it was
that's not what I'm. That's not
The
what I'm
O-line
saying.
is
That's not what I'm
17
saying at
points isn't a
all.
lot.
6.
17
That's not what I'm.
points isn't a
That's
lot.
not what I'm saying.
It's different than
I'm
last
saying
year's
that we
team where they
scored.
would go down
We
in the
scored
first half.
points in the first quarter, in the
Yeah, that
first
was
half,
trash.
which
Yeah,
has
Yeah,
never
that's different
happened
than
in the past
last
2
year.
years.
Last year they were bad at that.
Yeah, and I thought going into halftime, it was like, I think we actually might lose this game, especially towards points towards the end of the second quarter where I was like, we're not moving the ball at all. I put vast majority of the blame on the O-line. Worst O-line performance I may have ever seen as an Eagles fan.
Oh, absolutely.
As a football fan. The 2 picks that Carson had it was the same play to a different rookie receiver, which made no sense to me. They were both jump balls, one to Jalen Reagor, the other to John Hightower,
I think it was. Yeah.
which they're both for
They were both
rookies.
poorly. Hold on, the John Hightower one was a poorly thrown ball. Like, I'm sorry, that was a bad. throw.
Not even. It's
It
the
kind of was.
the interception. Both interceptions were. I don't know why they were both jump balls, and the cornerbacks made pretty plays both balls too, which I was surprised about. This that Washington football team, I can't believe I'm saying that. That Washington football defense, like I said earlier when we were doing our NFL power rankings, it is that team really, because that offense is nothing. So the defense is the entire team. But
Moving on.
Yeah.
Moving
We got a
on.
lot of
please.
football to talk about.
We're going out west. The Las Vegas
We're
Raiders. Another
absolutely
team.
going out east. That was played in Carolina.
No one asked. The Las Vegas Raiders, new home, beating the Carolina Panthers 34-30. The bright spot in the
As they should.
Raiders offense, Josh Jacobs, 25 carries, 93 yards, 3 touchdowns on the day. McCaffrey did McCaffrey things, 100 yards, 2 touchdowns, along with catching 3 passes for 40. And Robbie Anderson popped off for 115, but in the end, it wasn't enough to beat the new Las Vegas Raiders.
I would
We
never
like
thought I
that
would hear
Robbie
those
Anderson
words.
for fantasy.
Never thought I would hear those words come out of someone's mouth. Robbie Anderson popped off.
Yeah.
It was nice for my fantasy team because I forgot that he was in my lineup and forgot to put Mike Evans in, but that worked out for the better.
No, you tried. You literally told us you tried to put Mike
Yeah,
Evans in,
I
and it
tried
didn't let
to.
you.
If you're Matt Rule and co., I know you lost this game. I'd be
It's a good
pleasantly
start.
surprised because I
Yeah.
thought this Panthers team was going to be somehow worse than the last 2 years Panthers team, but they put up 30 points. I'm not saying the Raiders are a god squad, but this was better than I
It's
ever thought.
improvement. It's improvement.
True.
Teddy looked good.
This was a plus.
Teddy didn't look bad.
On to more new quarterbacks. Philip Rivers and the
speaking of teams
Indianapolis Colts. And teams that shouldn't have won games. The Indianapolis Colts losing to the Jacksonville Jaguars.
If
I think that was the
could
most. That might have been the most surprising loss. This week.
Minshew, the Minshew mania is
overperformed
tank proof.
The
He's tank-proof.
Jaguars. I don't know. I don't know why they won this game. I guess Minshew wants his job. I think this is a statement on how bad the Colts are. Philip Rivers is. I don't even think he should play any more games. I think they need to start taking. This was terrible.
I was never sold on the Colts.
The Jaguars are legitimately have traded away every asset they have, or cut every asset they had. They have no assets. Gardner is their only remaining asset, to
And
my
he
knowledge.
still managed to beat the Colts.
And they beat the.
I have never been sold on the Colts.
Marlon
Now,
Mack getting hurt
I
didn't help.
want you to tell me one time that Philip Rivers has taken a team.
I've been a Philip Rivers hater. I agree.
I don't think Philip Rivers. I think
It was who was
that-
across from Philip Rivers that was amazing. That Jaguars team. AJ Boye, Leonard Fournette, Ngakwe, Foles, Jalen Ramsey was gone the last year. I already said AJ Boye. Dante Fowler Jr. That was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Didn't they just
Calais
trade, like, Chark?
Campbell. Who?
Chark. Didn't
This
they just?
season, yeah.
Who's the wide receiver
Chark.
they just traded? Chark, yeah.
Yeah, they don't even have Chark, do they?
No, they do. They do.
No, they do.
have PJ Chark.
No, they
Then
wait,
they
they
trade-
traded. No, I don't
Who's
think
the
they.
wide
No, I don't
receiver?
think they traded.
Allen Robinson.
Al Robinson left in the last
Yes.
2 years.
Yes.
Who, by the way, has asked for
Yeah,
another trade.
I was going to get there. He asked for a trade.
Yeah.
So that Jaguars team has legitimately nothing. They don't even have the same quarterback that took them to a AFC chip 2 years ago. And Panic for the Colts.
Who
Get that-
took them to the AFC?
Hey,
Blake
if you're a
Bortles.
Jaguars fan,
Oh, Blake
if you're-
Bortles, my guy.
if you're a I don't know if you guys or our viewers watched this game at all. I don't know why you would, honestly, but I saw highlights from it. You know who looked really good? The man who I predicted would be the best cornerback in this past draft. CJ Henderson looked great.
Yeah, Gator Chomp. That's all you need to know.
Gator shot.
Wasn't he
Cool.
the one that like finished the draft with, or like finished his college career with 0 penalties or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, he's a clean player.
Still can beat
I
Jordan.
like him. I like him.
Speaking
Look great.
of rookies, Chargers Bengals. Joe Burrow obviously starting for the Bengals, his first NFL game.
I'm so Joe. I'm
Um,
so sorry, Joe.
Dude,
Joe,
I
I'm
like
sorry.
on
I'm so
behalf of
sorry,
the
Joe.
kicker, I want to apologize to Joe Burrow because Joe
Joe, I love
Burrow
you.
literally marched straight down the field with no timeouts, and they should have gone to overtime, and then the kicker went, "Nah, fam, 4 right."
That's a
Like, it
Chargers
was
way to
so
lose the
leg
game.
injury.
Yeah, I know.
Leg injury
I was
time.
sitting there
They-
watching the game, and as it happened, my dad was like, "This is so funny. The kicker's faking a leg injury." I was like, "Yes."
Yeah, that was
Uh,
a Chargers way to lose a game. A bad missed field goal. I feel bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, a shame. Justin Herbert did not touch the field. Tyrod throwing for 200 yards.
I hate
terrible.
Tyrod.
He
just-
should
I
be
just-
playing. They
I
should be
wanna
playing
see-
Justin Herbert.
Good.
I
They should
don't,
be
I don't
playing
like
Justin Herbert.
either. I don't like either. Personally, I don't like either. I want to see Justin Herbert just fail. That's the only reason I want to see him touch the field.
He
I
played
hate
in the
Justin
glorious Pac-12. I don't understand how you could hate
Oh my
him.
God, go die.
Exactly.
Um,
Exactly.
Joe Burrow finishing with 200 yards passing and a pick. Joe Mixon
rushing
literally
touchdown, man.
useless. Yeah,
Yeah, very nice rushing
a
touchdown.
great rushing touchdown.
Good rushing touchdown. So
Joe
I have
Joe
optimism.
Mixon was useless. AJ Green looked okay. The OPI in the end zone was crap,
Yeah.
but
Yes,
whatever.
we'll get to OPI.
Obviously,
Yeah,
hopefully,
we will.
yeah, we will. Hopefully the Bengals can turn it around, maybe win a couple games.
No, yeah,
I think
that'd be
yeah,
kinda
it'll be
fresh.
better than the Browns.
If you're
Put me right here.
Zach
They
Taylor,
might be
and
better
if
than
you're
the
Miles this way.
if you're
They're
Zach
better than the
Taylor
Browns.
and you're a Bengals fan, even though you lost this game, you should definitely have hope because this Bengals team's going to be good in a few years.
Joe Burrow looked good.
He looked
Like,
great.
at the end of
He
the day,
looked
Joe
first
Burrow
time,
looked great.
He looked
You know,
decent.
he looked
For
He
a
dragged down.
Hold on.
quarterback with no preseason, he looked amazing.
Can
Yeah.
we talk about the fact that AJ Green caught a touchdown pass for the first time in God knows how long?
No,
and,
he
like,
didn't. He
touched
didn't.
the
They
field?
called it
I
back.
thought he did.
No,
they
he
called
Oh,
didn't.
he
back.
caught a touchdown pass, and then it was OPI. Yes.
Yeah, it
Never
was
mind.
soft.
Never
It was
mind.
soft.
But
He
he
should have
played-
had a touchdown pass.
He played a whole game without getting injured. Like,
Yeah,
It's a-
AJ
it's a-
Green
it's
looked
a-
good. It's good that
He
he's healthy.
theoretically caught a pass in the end zone.
Yeah,
whether it
no,
counted or
he
not.
did catch a pass in the end zone with a
He
great
caught a
toe
pass.
tap.
That is
So,
5 receptions for
that's improvement.
51 yards. It's not like it's an
Okay.
average game for him, and like we haven't seen like a Bengals team have hope in God knows how long. So
Joe Burrow is bringing the hope to Cincinnati.
Cincinnati, good for you guys.
Bet on Joe Burrow.
you know who else brought a lot of hope to a franchise in the city?
Tom Brady.
12.
Yeah.
TB12, obviously in his
TB12.
first game for the Bucks, losing to the New Orleans Saints 34-23. Brady not looking great, surprisingly, throwing 2 interceptions.
Up and down.
An
Yeah.
up and
I
down
would say.
day.
You know.
He looked good in the beginning, and it
He
kind of
did
just
look-
like
he made
yeah.
there were a couple nice throws to Chris Godwin, OJ
First drive, he
Howard
made some
catching a
very nice
touchdown,
throws.
Mike Evans catching a touchdown
Mhm.
on his 1 reception for 2 yards, like sweet.
I don't know.
Lenny Fournette only running the ball 5 times. Ronald Jones, the clear number 1 back as of right now. And then if we head over to the New Orleans side, Drew Brees looked all right. Taysom throwing a 38-yard pass. Latavius Murray surprisingly getting more carries than Alvin Kamara. I don't know.
Yeah, what was
That's-
that?
I don't know, but Latavius Murray is jacking Kamara's job for some reason.
That's
Kamara-
what
Kamara,
they
hold
sound.
on.
Kamara's
Kamara
scoring.
played. Kamara's getting the red zone touches.
Yeah.
So
Kamara catching a
Alright.
touchdown,
The
rushing for a
passing touches
touchdown.
too.
Yeah, and
Michael Thomas got shut down.
yeah, he did
That
get
was
shut down.
surprising.
He got straight
was
up shut
surprising.
down. Emmanuel Sanders catching the other touchdown pass. Traquan Smith,
yeah.
1 catch, 4 yards. Traquan. But
Alright.
that's an inside joke. We don't need
Yes,
to talk
man.
about Traquan.
The Bucks.
Traquan.
I don't know. There's time. They're just in a division with 8.
Again,
need to
no
build
preseason.
some
Again, no
chemistry. They need to
preseason.
build some chemistry. I think that's the one team where I can be like, okay, preseason might be helpful.
Yeah, they kind of need a preseason. Gronk
They need-
looking not good.
Gronk
Like,
looks like
Obviously,
Gronk
Dome should
would.
be
He
good.
hasn't played in a year. He's
Yeah,
he
he
hasn't
needs
played forever.
he needs time to get like integrated into that offense.
Steve will do it.
Steve will do it.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Looks
sir.
exactly like him.
He does actually. Going out west to a great game, a fantastic game.
Amazing
Arizona
game.
Cardinals
This game was
against
great.
I
San
didn't
Francisco
call this, but I
49ers.
called it. I said the Cardinals play them close.
I called.
Yeah, you did.
I'm pretty sure I
most
said
of
the
the time it was
Niners
a
could lay
field
the
goal,
spread,
right?
but I said the Cardinals play them close.
Yeah, honestly, a great game. Kyler Murray throwing for 230, a touchdown and a pick. The new signing, DeAndre Hopkins, dominant in their offense.
Yes,
14
sir.
receptions, 150 yards, but not finding the end zone. Kyler
Sadly.
and Kenyon Drake finding the end zone rushing. And then the 49ers, Garoppolo, all right.
You see that Kyler? That
Yeah,
Kyler touchdown run? That was
Kyler,
crazy.
that was a nice run.
That was great. Mhm.
Jimmy Garoppolo throwing for 2 touchdowns. Raheem Mostert, 15 carries, 56 yards, and not a lot of passing offense. The extent of it was Raheem Mostert, and that was on a 75-yard.
Yeah.
On a 75-yard touchdown catch.
I wasn't
So honestly, the Niners offense not looking great.
I'm gonna be the
Again,
first to
no
say I was
preseason.
wrong
They need
here.
an offense.
I wasn't sold on the Cardinals until last week. They look good. I will be the first one to say it. I thought that they were a fluke. I thought that DeAndre Hopkins was going to go there and be stuck in a bad system. I didn't really have 100% faith in Kyler yet, but
Can
I'm
they win the
taking
West?
everything back.
Can
They can't win
the
the-
West?
No, they won't beat the Seahawks. They won't beat the Seahawks, and honestly, the 49ers might be able to take them the second time around.
Yeah,
But-
I think it still goes the way of the 49ers in the NFC West, but obviously,
Yeah.
I
A lot of
think
people
The
go,
49ers might be the most depleted receiving core in the NFL right now.
Yeah, what's Brandon?
It's very boring to
Pac-12
watch
kid.
that team. But, I mean,
oh my God, stop! The Pac-12 isn't good.
Good segue there. Speaking of Pac-12 kids in NFC West,
yes,
Um,
yes.
wait, did Josh Rosen play in Pac-12? Yeah, UCLA.
Yeah,
wait,
UCLA.
No
UCLA,
one
you're
cares
right.
about
Yeah,
Josh Rosen.
wait, no.
No one cares. We're talking about Jared
Wait.
Goff here.
Let's talk about
Yeah,
Cal.
Jared
Yeah.
Goff. That's what I mean. Yo, Cal. There you go.
Yeah,
There you
Jared
go.
Goff looking.
So many him, Sam Darnold, and Josh Rosen are the same. Two
Obviously,
people, I'm pretty sure.
the biggest part of that LA Rams offense coming from Malcolm Brown rushing for 2 touchdowns. Cam Akers also getting 14 carries, which was good for a rookie. Robert Woods 105 yards. The new signing Jalen Ramsey looked good on defense, 6 tackles. If we go to the Cowboys side, Dak, all right, 260 with a touchdown. Zeke running for a touchdown, and the touchdown catch was also Zeke. Rookie CeeDee Lamb second on the receiving chart with 5 catches. So an okay day for the Cowboys. Obviously, room to improve. Oh, and
Nikki,
obviously,
do you want to
OPI. Speaking of
Yeah.
OPI,
So, Colin, can you make a quick edit? Can you drag a picture of Jason Garrett and practically insert him on the Dallas sideline because this team looked like it did last year. It was just
I was
it wasn't
worried
any
that was
different.
gonna happen.
Hold on,
I
hold
was
on.
worried that was gonna happen.
Colin, scratch
Really
the Jason
won you.
Garrett pick. Pull a video of Michael Gallup and the offensive PI call.
Well,
Because
I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
that was
I
BS.
know you can point out the offensive PI call and say this is what lost you a game. No, the game was lost. You fail on that fourth down or in Rams territory. You continuously go 3 and out to start the first and third quarters, and it was a terrible defensive performance. The Rams never aired it out. They ran play action, and they ran the ball. That's all they ever did, without rare exception. And they won a game off doing it. It was not a very good performance. And Will Collins being injured on the offensive line. You guys, it was kind of like watching the Eagles. The Cowboys' right tackle just got abused, just like
Yeah.
what was your dude name was Driscoll, our dude's name was Steele. They're both terrible.
Yeah.
Much
It was a
missed.
bad, just a bad
I don't
day
know.
for the NFC East. It was just a bad day for the NFC East because
Just
I'm
like-
gonna say,
Continuing
gonna say
with
I-
the NFC
Yeah.
East.
I'm
Keep
gonna say
going.
sorry, I was just gonna make a quick comment on it. I expected this to be a low scoring game, and it kind of was. I didn't expect there to be a whole lot of offense, but I figured that this Cowboys defense is not what it was last year or the year before.
Was it anything last year? They just played the NFC East.
True.
But did I say offense or did I say defense?
Defense.
You said defense.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say. Defense. Yeah.
Yeah, no, they were bad.
And their offense was surprisingly underwhelming. That PI call, we've seen worse called, but we've also seen a lot better called. But I mean,
What are you gonna do?
no preseason. That's
No
been the
preseason.
theme. That's been the
Oh
theme.
wait,
of
it's 1 week.
Someone that apparently didn't need a preseason was Ben Roethlisberger, inserted back into the offense coming
Speaking
off.
of bad defenses, oh
Speaking of
my.
bad defenses, yeah,
Oh, God.
this was
Bad
an actual preseason game. However, Ben Roethlisberger obviously looking good. 230, 3 touchdowns. Juju catching 2. James Washington catching the other.
The Giants are
James
bad.
Conner obviously getting hurt early, but according to
Giants
news
are
coming out today, he avoided a high ankle sprain, so he should be good to go next week. Benny Snell looking okay, coming in Benny Snell honestly looked really good, but then again, playing the Giants defense.
Hey, Og, what's Saquon do?
What
Yeah,
did
exactly.
Saquon do?
1 catch. That was
Just
it.
would you like to tell
Maybe.
us?
2 yards.
Saquon did nothing. He had one
Giants are
hurdle,
bad.
but I don't get fantasy points for a hurdle, do I?
No, you don't.
Nope.
No.
Daniel
His
Jones
12 point.
looking okay.
I need to like 30 out
2
of him.
touchdowns.
I might hit the
but
break
2
glass to segue topics just because I don't feel like. What more could you say that the Giants are bad?
There's nothing. The Giants are bad. The Steelers look decent. Like
The
moving
can't
on.
talk
Steelers are good.
I don't
I
want to
can't
talk
talk-
about this game.
I'm
I don't wanna talk about this game.
honestly so mad that the Steelers won this game because that just convinces everybody in the Steelers organization that Mike Tomlin is a good coach, and I just don't see it. I don't
You
want
might have
him
told
in
me
that.
last year.
I hate
took-
Mike Tomlin so much.
He took Duck Hodges to 8-8 and Mason Rudolph. He might be a decent coach.
I
have respect for
don't think
him
he
now.
is. No.
Duck Hodges and Mason Rudolph. Just let that sink in. While playing the NFC West, who was the best.
Duck Hodges is a
On
top
to
10
the other
quarterback in the
Monday
league.
night game.
Over the other Monday night game.
To the better Monday night game.
In a
The redemption
low-scoring
story.
affair. A low-scoring affair.
I don't know if you
wait,
missed
hold on.
this
How did the-
game, but if
how
you
did the
missed
Titans have
this game,
16
there were a
points?
lot of misses.
Same lane.
Yeah,
most
there were a
teams
lot. There were a
16
lot of
points.
misses here.
Wait,
Two
hold on. Can
touchdowns and a
someone-
mixed extra point, Augie.
Wait, hold on. Wait, what?
2 touchdowns and missed extra point and a field goal. It's how most teams get
Jeez.
16 points, not the 1 touchdown, 3 field goal option. The Titans instead decide to shank 2 field goals, get 1 blocked, and miss an extra point. But as long as you hit the game winner, does anyone care?
Yeah,
Steven
Exactly.
Gostkowski.
So
Yeah,
honestly,
doesn't matter.
New
Doesn't matter.
contract quarterback Ryan Tannehill throwing for 2 touchdowns. Derrick Henry rushing the ball 31 times, workhorse, and surprisingly catching the ball 3 times. Didn't see that one coming, did you?
Nope, not at all. Honestly,
Honestly, I didn't either. I didn't know Derrick Henry could. Catch
I didn't
a
know he could
football.
catch. Yeah,
I didn't know he could catch a football. On the Broncos side, Drew Lock looking good.
I was impressed with the Broncos.
He didn't
Uh,
play horrible.
he didn't play bad. Melvin
A lot of
Gordon
people
kind
you
of
said that you said that you were impressed. Is that what you said?
I liked what they did.
Yeah, me too. They
Drew
look
Lock looked
good.
pretty
The
good.
Broncos didn't
Melvin
look
Gordon
horrible.
I thought was bad when he
Melvin
fumbled. He
Gordon
fumbled
wasn't
in his own territory, but then I think he recovered pretty well.
The new receiver Jerry Jeudy looking solid. Noah
he looked
Fant
good.
catching
Couple
their
drops.
only what? Couple drops.
Jared Judy had a couple drops, I think.
He
For a
had
rookie,
1
though,
or 2,
that's a
I think,
solid
at the
start.
most.
Rookie jitters.
Yeah.
Like rookie jitters, it
He
happens.
looked good. I had
I
no
liked
problem with
everything
his
they had
shooting
going.
tonight.
Yeah, Noah Fant catching the only touchdown, and Melvin Gordon scoring on the grounds. And that was about the end of the day. That's it for football.
I think Broncos are a good outside contender for wild card.
They could make a
Um,
wild card.
I like
I think it'll be tough. They did lose.
Sleeper.
They did just
Dark
lose
horse
Von
team.
Miller.
all Bronco puns. And Philip Lindsay was injured. I think he'll be back for week 2. Quick little rundown. I'm going to give you guys the games. You're on the spread. You're going to tell me which ways you like. This is week 2, Thursday night. Bengals at Browns. Browns giving 6.
Bengals at Browns. I'm taking the Bengals. I don't care.
I agree.
Wait, the Browns are projected to win by 6.
Yes.
Give me the Bengals.
Give me the Bengals.
Luke, you're
Steve,
the
you want to
resident.
take the Browns?
To create a little stir of the pot, I'll say the Browns.
Wait, actually, I'll say the Browns, but
care.
I don't think there's any chance they cover. If the
Luke?
Browns win, there's literally no shot.
96 or no?
No, if the Browns win, it's gonna be by a field goal.
Luke?
I don't know. I don't care.
Yeah, tell me. Okay.
Just say you
They'll win
don't.
by
Just
field goal. It's fine. It's fine. They'll win by field goal.
Boys
they're
or
not.
Falcons at Boys. Dallas giving 5.
Yeah.
I'll say Dallas winning,
It's
but they
Dan
don't
Quinn.
cover.
It's
Dallas
it's Dan
covering,
Quinn.
they'll
yeah.
cover. It's fine.
I don't
No,
even
I
have
think
them
they'll cover.
Yeah, I think Dallas covers.
I'm not a believer yet. Giants at Bears. Bears giving 4.5. This game is going to be ugly.
Mitch is on fire. Mitch is
It's
on
going
fire,
to be
ugly.
dude.
Yeah,
Yes,
frankly, Bears cover 10.5.
Yeah, I'll take the
Bold
Bears.
prediction.
I'll take the Bears covering 4.5.
Justin?
I'll take. I hate the Bears. I hate picking the Bears, but I have
No,
to.
you
But
don't.
the Giants
No,
are bad. The
yeah.
Giants are
You know
bad.
what? Screw it. Giants. Giants are winning this week.
I'm sad for your loss. Lions at Packers. Packers only giving 5.5.
Packers covering.
Against who?
Skip.
Packers cover. All right.
Yeah.
Against the Lions?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jags
cover.
at Titans. Titans giving 9. Do the Jags tank like they're supposed to, or do they win this one?
They're
They
winning
Jags
this
are
one.
tanking.
Dude, Minshew is tank proof. Insert picture of Minshew.
Titans winning, but they don't cover.
Titans winning, but they don't cover. Yes.
I'll take Titans covering.
No,
Luke
I think
said-
they'll cover.
Oh,
In all, no.
we
in
went
all-
from
in all
Minshew
seriousness.
mania winning to a Titans cover.
We're all picking the
not
Titans. At
they're
the end of the
not
day,
covering.
we're
No,
all,
but Minshew's gonna win the game too. So, yeah.
They're not covering.
Vikings at Colts. Colts giving 3.
Yes.
No.
Nope.
Yes.
Vikings.
Yes.
Vikings.
Yes,
Vikings.
the answer.
Vikings.
The answer is
Vikings.
yes.
Vikings.
Potentially Tua's first start. He'll get swallowed
Colts.
up by the Bills at Dolphins. Bills 5.5 on the road.
They'll
Bills.
cover.
Bills
Moving on.
cover.
Covered. Easy.
Niners at Jets. Niners giving 6.5. Niners, but they
Niners
don't
could,
cover.
Niners could cover 14 against the Jets.
Niners, but they don't
Yeah.
cover.
Really?
Really?
What did they do last week that looked impressive?
You could give me Niners at 13.5, and I'd still take them covering.
I don't like them.
I'm a dog.
Yeah.
Rams giving 1.5 in Philly.
I would take the Rams by a touchdown in
I'm
Philadelphia.
taking the Rams.
Rams and they
I'll
cover.
take-
Are you
I'll
kidding?
take the Eagles because you know what's gonna happen. This is what's gonna happen. First drive. So Eagles are gonna get the flip. They're gonna defer. Rams are gonna start. Interception. Nobody sees it. First play, Darius Slay, interception. Then they go on. Jason Kelsey grabs the ankles of Aaron Donald and twists as hard as he can. Bounty Gate 2.0.
You missed the part where an Eagle gets injured on both those plays.
Yeah, it's facts.
Damn it.
Broncos at Steelers. Steelers giving 7.
Yeah, I'll take the Steelers covering against the Broncos.
I'm taking the Broncos winning straight.
Steelers.
I honestly
I'll
agree
take.
with Diggs.
I'll take. You know what? I like the Broncos here. I don't think
The Broncos
Tired of
offense.
people.
The Broncos offense is going to be worlds better than whenever Joe Judge can cook up in New York. So I mean,
I don't think that the Giants did anything to impress me against the Steelers. Or wait, sorry.
they don't.
The Steelers do anything to impress me against the Giants. I meant to fix that.
wait, it works both ways.
Yeah, it actually does. That game was just horrible to watch. Moving on. I can't even talk today.
Nick, you're muted.
Six, what's going on?
Panthers at Bucks. Bucks giving 9.5.
No, phone.
Yeah, it's.
It crashed my Wi-Fi. I don't understand. They just let it ring. Panthers at Bucks. We had to hurry this up, as our editor told us. Panthers at Bucks. Bucks giving
Take the
9.5.
Bucks.
Yeah, Bucks covering.
Bucks cover the spread.
Bucks
Yeah,
cover.
yeah.
Brady's going to come out firing on this one. Trust me.
Washington football team at Cardinals. Cardinals giving 6.5. That might be
They're
the
on
largest line in the
fire.
last 7
The
years.
football team is on fire.
I'm taking the Cardinals, not
Cardinals
covering.
I'll
I'm
take
taking the Cardinals
covering.
and they cover.
Covers
Chiefs
hard.
at Chargers. Chiefs covering 8.5.
Yes.
16 and a half, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll take it. We'll take it.
Ravens at
That's not
Texans.
close.
Ravens giving 7. I would take them covering 40.
I honestly,
Yeah,
I'd agree with
true.
that. I'd
Texans
agree
are
with that.
covered
So
garbage.
I
10 points.
I know
Okay.
to keep on going real quick. Did we mention Chiefs?
We did in our last episode. Do you have
Yeah,
anything that you want to say?
That's what I was going to ask in our last.
Do you want to say
just
anything?
making sure. No,
Yeah,
there's
no,
nothing to be said.
Yeah, Ravens covering.
Just on.
Patriots.
Just throw another touchdown. I'll be happy.
Patriots at Seahawks Monday night or Sunday night. Seahawks giving 4.
Yes.
40.
Yep.
40.
I have the
I agree.
Patriots. I have the
You
Patriots.
have the Pats.
You're high.
Bill
Why?
Belichick, man.
What?
There's something about him.
You can't underestimate Bill. Oh, actually, no.
I've never
so
Something
picked
about
against
Russ,
Bill Belichick
too.
in my
There's-
career.
There's something
Yeah.
about Russ too,
Goal
and
line
Jamal
Never
Adams
against
and
Bill
Goal line
Belichick.
pick.
Nope.
Goal line
Uh,
pick.
CK and Chris.
Saints
so high
at
on the
Raiders.
Seahawks this year.
New Orleans -6.5 to finish Monday night.
Yes.
What's the matchup? I did not hear you.
Raiders,
Saints
Saints.
at Raiders. Saints giving 6.5.
Saints
Yes.
at Raiders.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll say Saints, but I don't think they'll cover the spread.
Saints covering. I'll take it.
Yeah, I got the Saints covering.
Wait, is Vegas allowing
stadium?
fans? Is Vegas
Run out their
allowing
gun?
fans?
No, it's
No.
no, definitely not. It's a dome.
Then yeah.
Yeah.
Then I'm taking Saints and they cover.
So that's our week. That is this week's football. Quick little soccer rundown. We'll try and get this out of here, Colin. All Prem started. 2 of the teams or 4 of the teams did not play, but what'd you like out of the 8 games that were played?
Of the 8 games that played, obviously, I like the Chelsea win 3-1. That was big. I like
Arsenal.
Arsenal winning against Fulham. So, suddenly Arsenal's beating bottom of the table teams. That was surprising.
Yeah, getting work done.
Another surprising game, Liverpool giving up 3 goals to newly promoted Leeds, but
yeah, I thought Leeds was good.
oh, my
I think
bad,
that's all the
sorry.
Prem teams are relevant. Currently at this
Tottenham
moment,
losing.
Tottenham did lose to Everton. That was probably the game of the week, which was not even televised because
It was Tottenham.
television is a scam. League One, second week finished. PSG lost to Marseille. Had 5 total people rejected in that game. PSG currently in relegation if the season were to end.
The ref was throwing out cards left and
Yeah.
right. That was
Might be the last time we talked about
interesting.
League One this year.
Yeah, it might be, to be honest. La Liga started. Obviously, only 5 games were played. I lied, 7. No one relevant played. Valencia played, but that's as relevant as it gets.
Yeah, who cares?
No one cares.
Liga's a
Bundesliga started. Jadon Sancho
That is not
scoring.
true.
Yeah.
Bundesliga did not start.
Then who did Jadon Sancho score against?
It was DF Puko.
Oh, was
or
it
whatever.
friendly? Rip.
Yeah. Bundesliga and Serie A start next week. MLS still going strong. Outro?
Outro.
Thank you guys for
come
watching.
on.
Leave comments.
This is
Sorry
not
it's
gonna
good
put
luck.
chopsticks.
I need a bite of my banana.
Woo. Thank you guys for watching from
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, Primoz Roglic is your GC leader after the 16th stage. 5 more stages
gotta
to
go.
go.
No, Luke, you had to go.
Yeah, that is true. Colin does have to go. Good episode today, boys. I hope you guys do like this this more frequent upload. This will be uploaded, what's today? Tuesday. This will be uploaded on Thursday. Am I correct
Yep.
about that?
Yep.
There we go. Awesome. I hope you guys are liking these new episodes. We may start pumping more out. Give you a little Six was talking about a little power
Little NFL
NFL
power
power
rankings.
rank. So we'll see what's going on there. But on behalf of Justin, Colin, our I completely messed that up. I'll start with
Producer.
Colin. On behalf of Colin, our producer, Quinn Lanahan, our sound manager, on behalf of Nikki, Justin, Augie, and myself, we want to thank you guys for joining us today on the Wudder Boys podcast, presented by Six Ski, your place for quality sports content. Thank you for joining us today, and keep your stick on the ice.